There we go.
Yep, there she goes.
Okay, great.
All right, welcome to grade 3 Braille. We are on lesson 12 now, terminal signs. And before we get going, I will just say that we have all of our lessons up through lesson 11 on YouTube. So if you're looking for that or you missed one, you can go ahead and search grade 3, the numeral 3, Braille, and you should find our channel. And then go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but subscribing will just keep you in the loop and you'll get notified when new videos are posted. And if you ever have any questions or need things, feel free to email us. We'll give our emails at the end. But now Audrey will go ahead and show us some of our terminal signs.
Okay, thank you, Kristen. Hi, everybody. The terminal signs are going to be cool, and some of them you're going to really figure out well, I think, and some of them are crossovers, as you're going to see. So we're going to start, and we'll do a lot of reviews tonight too. I think I was looking over. We can review so many things. Everyone seems so on it, you know, that you're remembering things and figuring things out. So I'm going to have you all do most of the work for the words in the examples today. So we have our terminal signs. Of course, they're at the ends of words. And the first one is IRE. So we have acquire, okay? And who would like to give us that example of how to write acquire?
Well, Kathy has her hand up. I don't know if she wants to talk about that, but
okay, that's what we're going to talk about for now. We'll do questions.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Later.
I mean, oh, sorry, okay. No.
Okay.
Yes, you're fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. No, I didn't mean to raise my hand. I went to stand up to come into another room and I thumbed hit the button accidentally. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Anybody want to give it a try? Wow.
No.
No? Okay. Well, Nancy, tell us.
There we go. Am I being heard?
Yes, you're loud and clear.
Hello.
Oh, now okay. Hannah has her hand raised.
Okay. Okay, Nancy, Nancy, we're going to let Hannah try, okay?
All right.
Okay,
go ahead, Hannah.
Unfortunately, I think I missed what the IRE sign is. So if you tell me what that is, I should be able to get the rest of it. Hopefully.
Sure. It's the letter I.
I. Okay. So I think it would be acquire. I think would be ACQI.
Yes, it would. And why? Well, you're very good. And because we have the QU in here, right? That we did last week as the medial sign. So.
Yeah.
You were correct. Now here's one, and this one, actually the DE you're going to learn is a terminal sign. It's coming up, but I thought I would just tell you that because now we're going to use it as an initial sign, and I'd like someone to tell us how to write the word desire.
All right, Mary.
Okay, you would put a J for the initial DE, then you'd put S, and then the I for IRE.
Perfect. Okay, very good. Okay. How about, now here we come to the DE, and it says here initial and terminal. So that's why I think it's cool that that's coming up now. Okay, so now we have the word code, and that's too easy. So I'm going to give it out. CO, and then the dots 245 for DE. And then bide would be BI and the dots 245 for DE. So that'll be an easy one to remember because we know it's an initial and a terminal. Here's one that's a terminal only. Now, this is going to get, we just got to keep remembering we have Q for our medial sign, and we also have the same symbol for a terminal sign, but it means something different. So that's why it's always important to use our dot numbers when we can. It means LE. Okay, so just kind of get that in our minds that Q is an LE. So wow. Agile. How would you write agile?
Anybody? All right, Lynn, you can unmute. Go ahead and unmute all day.
Sorry about that. Would it be AGIQ?
Okay, we don't need the I. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then it would be okay. No, AGQ?
Yes, the Q would be the LE.
Got it. Okay, okay,
Good.
thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. How about the word whale? Like the mammal. How would we do that?
Did you raise your hand again, Lynn? Don't lower your hand. I will do it. Thank you. Anybody else? All right, Chanel.
WHQ.
Yes, very good. Okay, good. Now let's go on to another one. U. The letter U means URE. So you can remember that just like the I means IRE, the U means URE. And it's only a terminal sign. Okay, so adjure is ADJU. And let's someone do this one. Allure. That's ALLURE. How would you do that in grade 3?
Anybody? Hannah? Hannah?
Would it be A.456 and the letter U?
Yes, it would, Hannah. Good. Good, because the LL is the medial sign for, the 456 is the medial sign for LL. So that's good. Yes. Thank you. Okay. And it says the combinations, and this is self-explanatory, but the book says this, and so I will read it. The combinations URED and URER are written URED contraction and URER contraction. That makes sense. Okay, as in injured, there's no change in that word. It's just like in how we write it now, and with our UED. And injurer, it's the same, URED contraction and URER contraction. They want to point that out because sometimes people might think, well, maybe you do it this other way. But remember, those are only terminal. And the whole thing is, it gets later on, it shows more examples talking about saving space and, what's the most practical thing. And if you follow the rules, it is practical and it makes sense. Now we have V for VE. Okay, so this is too easy. Drive, okay, is DRIV. How about grieve?
Anybody? All right, Mary.
Grieve would be GR and then the .6 for IE and then V.
Yes, that's correct, Mary. Thank you. Good. Okay, now this next one is W, and it means WARD.
It means,
so these,
what does it mean?
It means W-A-R-D.
Oh. Okay.
So the first word we have is awkward. And it looks so strange for me to read it this way, but we'll get used to it, you know. Okay, so who can give us awkward? It's only 4 letters. I like this contraction because it saves a lot of space.
Yeah.
Anybody want to do it? Why don't I spell awkward? Because that's an awkward word to spell. A-W-K-W-A-R-D. So give it to us in grade 3, please.
Okay. Kathy, finally.
Sorry. A-W-K-W.
Yes, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay. Inward is I-N and the W. And when I read it, you know, I had to do a double take for a second to see what I was reading myself. So again, learning them and then actually reading them, I find that takes extra work because we can have it in our minds, but then actually reading it with our fingers, it's like, what? I-N-W? And then I have to think about it for a second. So, okay. Now we have Z, and this means ES. Oh, it's only terminal. Okay, Bors is B-O-R-Z. Cares is C-A-R-Z. Again, just to read them, it's the more we're getting now, the more we need to read them, I think, and just see, I need to see them. Okay, they have a note here for care. When writing words such as countries, tries, or uses, trees, ladies, and the like, they're giving a lot of examples here. Preference is given to the use of the ES terminal sign rather than to the medial vowel combination signs, plus the letter S. Okay, so I know that's a lot there, but we'll look at this, we'll take it apart. So countries, you have the C46T-R-I-E-S in grade 2, and then in grade 3, it's going to be C46T-R-I-E, and then the ES sign, which is Z. We're not going to do, and I'm sorry, then tries is T-R-I-Z. Uses is U-S-Z. Trees is T-R-E-Z. Ladies is L-A-D-I-Z. Okay, so we're not going to, we're not going to worry about the I-E or any of the medial vowel stuff. We're just going to go right to the terminal sign. So, any questions on that? No? Okay, here's one that we've done before. S-E. Remember, that's a medial sign and a terminal sign. And you remember the dots combination is dots 1, 5, 6. So now let's do the word arise. And can someone give us that, please?
Anybody? All right. Lynn?
Well, I'm confused about whether you use the I on this thing, but I think it's AR sign, I, and 156 sign.
Yeah, that's right, Lynn.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I learned grade 3 in 1971, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time for quite a few of us.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
you.
correct though. That's right. Now how about pause? And here we have a medial sign and a termination sign.
Or what was the word again?
Pause.
Oh, we gotcha.
All right, Ralph.
Wouldn't that be P.4WH?
Yes, for pause, and then this is cause, so it's a C, but same thing, same idea. Yes. Thanks, Ralph. Okay. Now here we have OU, and we already know that it does mean the OUT contraction, but this in the termination contraction is OUS. Okay. And so here we have arduous, ARDUOU. Okay, and that's will be OUS. Devious. Here's this one. So I bet someone will get this one. Devious. And we have two contractions here. Two of these on an initial and a terminal.
Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta think of how to jazz this up.
Chanel.
JVIOU.
Yeah. You got it. Yes.
No, that's not quite. You have to have the E. You have the E. The IO.
Yeah. She's right.
right.
It's an I. It's
yeah. You have to IOU. Wait. JVI. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so
I thought she was taking out an I or an E.
Yeah, no, she.
Wait a minute.
She said
No,
it.
wait a minute. Good job. I'm sorry, Chanel.
Oh, that's okay. These next ones are, I think, are really cool because think about the 4-6-E. We all know that's ANCE. Okay, so this in grade 3, 4-6-Z. Okay, is ANCES. So that's easy to remember because think of the 4-6-E, and then this is 4-6-Z, if that helps any. Glances, GL 4-6-Z. Okay, and now dances is the same, D 4-6-Z. Okay, and you'd have chances, romances, you'd have all these kinds of words. And now this one is 4-6-Y, and it means BLY. This is, this is not as easy to remember. We just need to use it and then we'll remember it. Okay, so nobly, NO 4-6-Y. Okay, here's one. Variably. That's hard. Anybody going to try for this? Variably?
All right, Mary.
Variably, VAR, and then .6 for the IA, and then 4-6-Y for BLY.
Yes, that's great, Mary. That's good. Variably. Okay. Now, the next one is easy as well. I'm just thinking of the ANCE and then the ANCES. This is the same. Think about ENCE, which is 5-6-E. And so now we have a 5-6-Z for ENCES. So, fences. It's going to give us fences.
Anybody? All right, Anna.
Did you say fences?
I did.
Okay, I think it's F 5 6, and you said Z as in zebra.
Yes.
Okay.
You got it. Okay, and commences. This is a good one. Anybody?
Anybody? If you guys don't start answering these questions, I'm going to do it.
I'm trying not to tell. I really am.
I know, right?
I know.
Nobody's raising their hand.
Okay. Well, then I think you know it though. I'm sure you all know it, and it's okay if you've done it before. So somebody give it a try. Commences.
All right, Mary.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't want to hog the thing, but
well, nobody else
you
is.
do it because
okay,
it's
the COM sign and then M and then 5 6 Z.
Yes, you got it. Yeah, there's no need to worry about hogging tonight. Sometimes we have so many hands up, but tonight is not one of those nights. So please raise your hand again and again. It's okay.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, it's okay. We're not going to say, "Oh no, call on someone else." But okay. So, thank you. The terminal signs for WARD, OUS, and VE may be followed by the contraction for NESS or MENT. Okay, let's digest that for a bit, because they're saying they're terminal, but now they're still saying we can add contractions to them, which is weird, isn't it? I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Then that's not quite right in my head. That's not really terminal, but okay. Let me read that again. Pardon me. The terminal signs for WARD, OUS, and VE may be followed by the contraction for NESS or MENT, or by a single sign needed to complete a word. All right. For example, here's forwarded. Okay. Now, I had trouble with this one myself. But does anybody want to try doing forwarded? It's not a word we use. Well, we kind of do if we say I forwarded you an email or forwarded you a text or whatever. But when you write it in grade 3, it really looks weird to me in grade 3. To me.
All right, Ralph.
Wouldn't that be the FOR sign W with the ED sign?
It would, Ralph. Thank you. So, but when I read it, it looks like forward. Like I'm thinking, is there such a word? There isn't. But you're correct. I'm just telling you that I'm having personal trouble with that word. So, but that is correct. Okay, now this one is much easier for me to read. How about this? Righteousness.
I know this is an awesome one.
All right. Lynn?
I'll try it. I'm not sure, but I think it's .5R EOU .5S.
.56S.
Yes. .56. That's it. .56S. Right. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, that is.
Okay.
And that looks
good job.
Yeah, and that looks easier to read when I see it. Righteousness. You can almost see it because the OU is almost OUS, and then you just got the NESS there. Okay, now this one is easy. Movement. Someone try movement?
All right. Chanel.
Is it MOV and then 56T.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good, Chanel. Thank you.
Good
Okay,
job.
and that's easy. That's pretty, once you see it again, that's good. Okay, when a word can be written with equal brevity in two ways, the terminal signs listed in this lesson are preferred. That makes sense too. Now that's it for terminal signs. We probably have a lot of time for review. We can review medials, we can do initials, we can do these again. And I want to brainstorm with everybody to think of, because we're learning more and more of this, so that it really becomes real to you, how is it benefiting you so far with what we're doing? I think it's going to be the most benefit when we're done and you can actually use it and read it completely. It's like, when you're only learning, we're partially done. So, but have you been able to write things down, and are you using more grade 3 in your own personal work? Does anybody want to share anything about that?
Can I say something? I shouldn't, but I'm going to. In the
Go.
Rodenberg book, no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, the Hayden book, or whatever that thing is, not,
Right.
it's the code to whatever.
It's by Ruth, yes.
Yeah,
The
they have
Code.
some little stories after each lesson, and they help me a lot.
Good. Yes, I have looked at that a little bit, and I think it's going to help us a lot, because I want to go to that more. I've been looking at the key to grade 3 more.
Yeah, I kind of like the other one.
to get the just the nuts and bolts of practical things. But I like the idea of the Hayden book, because she does have stories and poems in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people have purchased that book or have it, but it would be cool that perhaps we can, I've got to, speak, we get to kind of brainstorm with Nancy and Bob and Kristen, but as we're finishing or doing more and more, we could give an assignment with some of these things. Maybe I'm not, we have to think about how, because I'd like to see more, we're doing all the work now of getting everything in order, but there has to be some good follow-up for you so that you're really using this. And so I'd appreciate anybody's ideas or any brainstorming. Could you just put your raise your hands if you have any of these books, so we just have an idea of who has a book. And you don't have to get the book, that's not a thing, but I just would like to get an idea of how many people do have them.
Okay, 5 people have got their hands up. 6.
Okay.
7.
Oh,
8.
okay, that's not.
Okay, great. So I'm going to lower your all hands, and if you have questions, then you'll need to re-raise your hand, okay? All right.
I'm going to start looking at what's in the Hayden book, and if I'm going to challenge those of you who have that book, if by next week, if you read something, you could tell us what you read, which story you read, and how how did you find it? Did it help you? Did it trip you up? Do you feel you need to learn more yet? I need to look at it to see what would be a good one.
Okay.
Could you recommend anything that you've read from it?
No, but I mean, I just, like, after each lesson, they have a story that takes you up to where you just learned. So I've just been, yeah.
So you've read several of them.
I have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got some hands. Lynn?
Okay.
Yeah, I know we talked about these books a long time ago on a BRL call, but where do we get these books? The Hayden and the other one?
Catherine Thomas has them. She's a Braille transcriber, and she can give you you can buy a hard copy from her for $8 for the Ruth Hayden book, or $10 for the Key to Grade 3 Braille. And her email is Braille, spelled out, Braille at Panix, PANIX.com. You can download them electronically from from Bard, and actually she was cleaning up. Do you remember, Bob and Nancy, if you have it, was it both books she was cleaning up? I think the Hayden book she really worked hard at fixing up, but when I read the electronic version, I have to just do searches because the charts don't always coincide with the actual paper. But the other news is that NLS
I
is
don't
going
remember
to
exactly
have
what it was. Oh, I'm sorry.
the NLS is going to be giving us the option of ordering any paper Braille book that they have. So even if they don't have it to loan now to us, you can ask for it when we get the green light to do it. We can order books from NLS in paper, and there's no charge. So that will be a good way to get the copies without paying any money for them. So keep that in mind.
All right, Camilla, go ahead.
I'd like to make a comment. I have both of the books that you recommended, and the order in which they teach is entirely different than the book that you're going by. And so I would not recommend that people start trying to read because you're going to run into things that we haven't covered here.
Good point, and that's why it is better to wait. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I didn't find it that hard, so.
You didn't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Nope. Mary?
Okay.
I've been reading both of the books as we've been going along, and now of course I did take grade 3 back in the 1980s, so I do know a good bit about it, but I haven't found it really hard, even though we're not going in the same order. But I guess that could be because I had it before. But
yeah,
I have been trying to use more of grade 3. I have been reading the little stories like Lucy was talking about, and I like that. But I have been trying to use more of grade 3 when I write. I've always used some of it, but I'm trying to incorporate even more than I did before into my writing. But I find that, like, if I have to write really fast, then I kind of revert back to the grade 2 that I had before. But I've also incorporated the numbers. I had never learned the numbers as a part of my grade 3 course in the 80s, but I've been trying to incorporate the numbers like into the dates, like, for this class tonight, I put number sign D for the 4, and then the OF sign for the 28, and then the V for the 22. So I've been trying to incorporate some of that, into my writing as well.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. I do that too. I find that I do that a lot. And I really like that with the numbers and dates. I think the writing is really important, because if you can write down and then read what you write, sometimes I can't always read it. I have to think about it. I can write it quickly and then I go back to read it, and I have to really, think a couple of seconds sometimes about the puzzle. Like, what is that? What is this?
It is hard.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a challenge. And so, we're doing so much more, and everybody's coming every week, and it's really, really good. So I want to keep thinking, and all of us to brainstorm of how we can make it. I think when we're really done with all of these things, we can do some really fun writing dictations or something, something that really will make it, instead of just asking like, what is this? What is that? And how do you write this and all that? But now this is what we need to do, because we need to make sure that you're learning the new things and that you understand them. And I hope you're able to take notes when we're doing these. But everyone seems to be remembering them really well. Okay, we probably have, I have to see how our time is.
Yeah, we got about 25 minutes.
We have a lot. Yeah, we have quite a bit of time. And I'm going to ask everyone, would you like to review these, or are you okay with these? Do you want to review other things? Because we have done the lesson pretty quickly. And I'd like to know if anybody has any thoughts.
Anybody?
We can review some of the
Okay.
vowels. Oh,
Cynthia.
Somebody has something?
Cynthia? You can unmute.
I would like to have you go over them. I think I missed one somewhere.
Okay, let's go back. Thank you. I'm gonna ask you to tell us what they are. Okay. So the first one I'd like to know, how do we say, let me get back to my beginning here. Okay. Okay. What is the initial and the terminal sign for DE?
Are you asking Cynthia or just anybody?
Oh, anybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
4, 5, 6.
All right, Chanel.
J.
Okay, 2, 4, 5. Great.
Or sorry,
okay.
2, 4, 5. Yeah.
No, you can say J. It's okay. I kind of, yeah. Okay. How about the, hold on. I lost myself here. Just one moment. I have to get. How about the terminal sign for IRE? Anybody?
All right. Miss Hannah.
IRE, I believe, is letter I, dots 2, 4.
Yes. Okay, great. Can you give us an example of a word? With IRE.
Didn't you just give that one?
I wanted her to give us an example.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Example of a word with the IRE.
All right, Hannah, go ahead and unmute, hon. Sorry about that.
Oh, actually, the word I came up with probably would not have worked, so I'll try another one. How about inspire? So that would be IN sign, dots 3, 5, S, P, and then I. That's 2, 4.
Okay, but isn't there another contraction that you want to
yes,
use?
there is. For the SP would be dots 1, 2, 6 for the.
Yeah, good. Okay. So
Thank
when
you.
when
I forgot that
no,
one.
Thank you. When you give answers, try to be creative and give us words that have more than one contraction, and as you just did now. Okay, so we have the IRE. How about, we already did the DE. How about, how do you write LE? LE.
All right, Mary.
Write it as a Q.
Yes, and can you give us a word?
Yes, let me think for a second. What about, I think this is a word, resale.
Okay, and how would you do that?
RE would be the OW sign, and then S, and then Q.
Yes. That's fine. Thank you. We'll stick with this contraction for a second. Who can give us the word triangle?
Ooh. Six. I know.
You know.
Sorry. Somebody's gonna tell Cindy on me.
Ah,
All right,
no,
Kathy.
we're never going to do that.
Oh, I'm just guessing. You're probably gonna slaughter it, but T R I N Q.
Okay, not quite, but you're almost there. Think about, Kathy, think about the vowel combination here.
Oh.
The IA.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Do you remember it?
Shoot. No, not at the moment.
Can I do it?
Okay.
Go for it.
No.
No, she said no.
Oh, Lucy, no. Let's give someone else a try, please. Anybody give us the IA contraction, please? Now, I know you guys know this. I feel like starting to call on people, but that's the teacher in me that just wants to start doing that.
All right, Mary.
It's .6.
Thank you, Mary. Yes, it is. Okay. Good. All right. So now
you're gonna have to put me in timeout.
Yeah, I'll put you there, Lucy.
Okay. Okay. Please give us the contraction for URE and give us a word. You can even think of a word that means blue if you're stuck for a word.
All right, Lynn. Lynn, you can unmute.
Sorry, I always forget that. I apologize. How about FIGU for figure?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to write that down. That's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. Let me see. All right. How about, hold on, I've got to get to the next one. Okay. Ralph, give us the contraction for VE and please give us a word.
Ralph, you can unmute. Unmute all day. Ralph? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
He's gone. Okay, let's call on someone else. Lucy, you want to call on someone?
How about Karen?
Okay. The
Karen, you can unmute.
For VE.
Hello.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I think VE is V.
Uh-huh.
I think one of the examples was drive, which was DRIV.
Very good. Can you give us another one?
Not off the top of my head.
How about a number?
5. Okay. FIV.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now, Lucy, I'm going to have you call on someone, please, for for WARD.
Okay, Jane. Jane, you can unmute.
Oh, somebody's nice clock.
Well, I don't know if she doesn't want to, or I don't know.
Oh, okay. Let's try someone else.
All right. All right. Area code 571. You can unmute. Area code 571. I've sent you a request to unmute. All right.
Okay. So we'll go on.
Area code 608.
I was afraid you were going to ask me. But
Peter.
W. And so forward would be FOR sign W, or awkward would be AWKW.
Good. Okay. Those are two examples that we've had already. And you remember. Thank you. Okay. I hope this is helping. I forgot who has said that they think we missed one. I hope, going over these individually that you're getting them all. And if anybody's missing any, you're filling them in. I like this one, inward, the IN and the W. Okay. Z. What does Z mean at the end of a word? Anybody? And give us a word.
Do you want me to call on somebody?
Sure.
Camilla.
Please.
There you go, Camilla. Sorry.
Is it ES?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Can you give us a word?
Not offhand.
How would you do boxes?
BOXZ.
Very good. Okay. So that, the ES, we can think, later on you can think about plural words, right? And that will be a fun way to do that. Okay. Boxes, boxes. When you're going to sleep later, just think of ES words and ENCES. Okay, thank you. And who can give us the contraction for ENCES?
Okay, Lynn has her hand up.
Okay.
Lynn?
56Z.
Okay, want to give us an example of a word? I'm trying to think myself. They gave us fences already.
Yeah, I know that. Let's see if I can think of something else. It's
I
gotta
can't
be
think of any myself.
No, I can't
Nancy,
either.
can you? Or Lucy or anybody? Bob? ENCES.
That's tough.
ENCES.
Yes.
Oh my word.
That fences.
Let's see.
It can't be anything with SEE and SES, so there's no. There's
No,
a lot
I
of
know,
words like
and I
that.
always get those are easy to mix up.
Like
I know this
romances.
is the only ones that are coming to my mind too.
Oh, romances!
Romances.
Romances,
Okay.
yeah.
No, that would be AMCS though.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We're ENCS. So that's hard.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we'll leave that.
Can't think of that. Can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, that's all right. It'll all come to us later at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm
or
sure.
something.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But now let's do thank you, Lynn. 46ES, okay? And you just did that one, Lucy, with romances. I have a wonderful sentence that I often give my students for dictation. And you can play with this and we can change into grade 3, but I'm just going to say it because when I'm teaching the 4-6-E, you know, and you do dance and glance and chance and, you know, romance. So the sentence that I have is they glanced and danced, took a chance and had a great romance. So you can play with that and just play with that. Like we really can't with it exactly, but you can just it's a fun way to go through and just do dances, romances, chances, and glances, and you know that's one way to just kind of review those words. I like that sentence
Okay,
for dictation.
Mary has her hand up. Mary.
Okay, Mary.
That was awesome.
Oh no, that was from a previous question.
Oh, that's okay, Mary. Since your hand is up, let's call on you for something, okay? You're not going to get up that easy. Your hand is up. It's up, okay? So, Mary, give us OUS.
That is OU. And I guess I know what the next question's going to be.
Yep.
Think of a word.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to think of one we haven't already had. Cautious. C.4 for AU.
Yep.
TIOU.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, and I was thinking of envious too, and was going to suggest that if you were stuck.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Excellent.
Cautious is great. Okay, let's see. I forgot the E. I forgot one myself.
Okay, we got
SE.
9 minutes, just so you know. 9 minutes.
All right, that's fine. Good.
Okay.
SE. Anybody for SE? And remember, that is not only a terminal contraction. Anybody for
All
SE?
right. Chanel.
Oh, thank you, Chanel.
Yes. It was the WH sign. And
yes.
I was starting to think of a word. I thought of likewise, but we already have an abbreviation for that one. So,
Right. And what is the abbreviation for likewise? Do you remember?
LWH.
Right. And you can see why, right? Because the WH is the SE. See, now, thank you, Chanel, because now you'll all start to see the reason, some of the things that you've already learned. And you may have wondered, like, why is that? Like when we were doing getting and letting and all that with a TT, you know, that makes sense. And this makes sense for likewise because it ends in SE. And we didn't know the SE, the termination sign, but we did likewise. And, you know, now it makes sense. Thank you. How about the LY? I think somebody can humbly give an answer for us. And we won't call on you. You can decide to raise your hand, please.
All right. Hannah.
I'm going to take a guess at you said humbly. I'm going to take a guess at that word, if that's okay.
Sure.
HUM.46Y.
Yes, that's right.
The U is outlined or not.
It shouldn't be, right? We should keep the U in. Am I correct, everyone? Because it's the first syllable.
That's correct. You would not take the U out. That's correct.
Thank you, Nancy.
I have
okay, thanks, Hannah. Lucy?
Likewise, Chanel said it was LWH, and I think it's LWWH.
Correct.
Yes, I think I thought she had said that, but she didn't. Yes, that's what.
Maybe she did, and I misunderstood her. I don't know.
No, she didn't. She said LWH.
Okay, I thought,
so thank you for bringing that to our attention. Okay, good.
I just want to make sure I was right.
Yeah, we're checking. It's good we're checking each other, you know. Okay, we did 5-6Z and
And Chanel, you did a good job. Okay, please don't feel badly about it because you didn't do anything wrong. It just
No. I just wanted to make sure people, I mean, I didn't want to
Right.
call
We got
you
it
out or
right.
anything, but
Yeah, we got it. Okay, I'm just checking to see that we got them all, and we can wrap up soon. We've got about 7 minutes, if I am right.
yeah.
Any questions from anybody? No. Okay, Kristen already gave, everybody knows the YouTube channel, the books, the website grade3.com, right? Is that grade3.com or grade3braille.com?
Grade 3 Braille.
Braille. Has anybody gone on that website? I have not gone there.
No.
I'm kind of sticking with what I have, what we are working with. And if you want to write to Kristen, it's braillemailbox@gmail.com, and Nancy can also said she would answer questions, the songmage@yahoo.com. And everybody seems to have it. And it seems today that though less people were ready to answer questions, or I don't want to say you weren't, it was a quieter day. It was a quieter evening for people's hands to be raised. I believe you're still all getting it, and it's just kind of settling in. But I do want to think of ways that everybody can participate, and so we're going to need to do some more brainstorming. So any suggestions anybody has, we would appreciate very much. I say, if you can, you're on mute, write the stuff with your Perkins, write it down, write it with your slates as you're learning it. That's what I do when I'm not teaching and I'm listening. I have my display, and I'm just writing as someone else is teaching. So I'm writing it all down and practicing. Okay, I thank you, everyone. See you next week, and have a good week.
All right, everybody. See you next week.
Have a great week, guys.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Okay, Lucy,
Bye.
I hope you get some sleep.
Me too. All right.
Prayers.
I'm going to end the meeting because Kristen's not here. So.
Okay.
Night.
Actually, Lucy, can you stay on a second?
Oh, you bet. Yeah, I can.
And Nancy, can you be on?
Oh, sure.
And I think Bob left. I was going to try to catch him to stay on. I just wanted to ask you if you have any other ideas of jazzing, of making. Today, it seemed we weren't getting the responses that we usually get.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
And we never had that before.
Never.
The first time.
I know.
How many did we have on the call tonight?
At one point I checked and there was 15, but people may have come and gone because JAWS doesn't tell me when participants, and that I don't know why that is in webinar, but in Zoom it does, but in webinar it only tells when the panelists leave. I don't know why that is.
We were initially in the beginning we had a lot of people, and I think we're always going to expect to drop out, that people are not always going to, everyone's not going to stay, and people want to see what it's about, and some people are just going to stick with it. But I usually everybody's raising their hands, and I was surprised today, and I kept thinking, how can we jazz this up? And I don't know. I don't know. At this moment, I'm feeling kind of I thought this was tough today. Tough meaning just to reach everybody, to get enthusiasm, to keep the enthusiasm going. I felt it was a kind of a drag. It was a draggy day.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It's too bad we don't have everybody's email, because then you could email a little story and have everybody write it in grade 3 or something like that. I don't know.
We had thought in the beginning of having people send in things, but then it could get really overwhelming if people wanted us to correct their work and all that. But and then people mailing stuff out, and I mean, I like the idea, but I'm thinking that some, I don't know if people would be. No, we can really brainstorm with Kristen some more too, because maybe we could offer that and say, if you want to write. How does this sound? I'm just kind of playing here, and I know you're tired, Lucy. I don't want to keep you long, but let's just, if you don't mind, give me a minute or so. What if we offer a paragraph, not a big one, but a small one, and say, this is a challenge, and if you would like to, we will email you this paragraph. I know Hannah doesn't have email, that's the thing, but Hannah would want it. I could send that to her in grade 2. Not something big, less than a page, just to have this so we don't get crazy. But we could mail something and say, whoever would like it, we'll mail this to you, or we'll email it to you and send it back to one of us. We can decide how we do it in grade 3. That way, I don't think with the size of the class that we have now, it's not overwhelming.
But the only thing is how do we get people's emails? We're not allowed to give those out during a meeting.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Oh, well.
All right.
I
am high.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I see. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's
not even privately. They couldn't even privately, but they email you anyway for when they want information.
Well, like Kristen's that's a kind of a business email. I consider that. Now, Nancy probably shouldn't have given hers, but I didn't say anything. But we are really not supposed to do that.
I didn't even think about it until after I had done it. I honestly I wasn't even trying to do something behind anyone's back. I just honestly didn't even consider it because I don't mind it.
Nancy, have you heard from people? Have people written to you?
Every once in a while, yeah, not in a while, but every once in a while at the beginning there were 2 or 3 emails that I received, and I was able to help a few people that thanked me. I don't even remember what I did.
I mean, the only thing we could do is like the emails that have already been given, we could say, send an email to Nancy or Kristen if you want to be involved in this. I mean, I hate to burden you guys with it.
Yeah, and I do too, because I mean, I'll help. I'm ready to do it. I can give my email too, but we were initially hesitant because we thought we'd be overwhelmed with people sending stuff and getting it back and grading papers, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
What about this idea? I'm going to digress for a minute. What if instead, although I want to make sure this doesn't get boring, I picture us dictating a paragraph or sentences, and then somebody at random will say, okay, can you read number 3? We don't have to read them all, but people need to be writing them, because I thought today calling on people, I wasn't trying to put people on the spot, but there's nothing wrong with calling on people to answer questions, I don't think.
Right.
Do you?
No.
No.
People just seem kind of hesitant. Even Ralph's always answering questions. I don't know.
I know. I know.
Where'd he go? I wonder where he went.
Yeah, I don't know.
And a lot of people were just not answering. I don't know. We could say here are 5 sentences, and we're going to dictate 5 sentences, and then say, oh, so and so, would you read number 2? And how did you write that? And number 3. But I think we still need to know a little bit more Braille before, or teach it more Braille before we start doing sentences.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things, words and things coming up that we have not learned yet.
Well, if it gets draggy, I'd also say we could end at 9:45. I don't know what Kristen would feel, but today I just thought, oh man, 25 minutes. And I thought, how are we going to fill this time in 25? I felt that way. And it was basically Hannah, Mary, and a couple of people. It was like hardly anybody answering stuff. So I don't know. I'm sorry. That's too bad today. Well, anyway.
Well, there's still a couple of people on here, and a phone number has her hand raised, but I don't really think do you want to take it?
1, and then we should get off.
All right. All right, area code 720, you can unmute.
Got any ideas for us, 720?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a question. This is Keisha.
Hi.
I missed a few parts of a couple lessons, and I didn't catch the spacing rules.
You know what? You'll really need to go to the YouTube. You'll need to go to the classes. because we
Okay.
can't do it now. Yeah, the class, the meeting's over, but we were just kind of brainstorming as to how to jazz us up a little bit. So if you have any ideas, Keisha, as to how to keep everybody at 9 in the evening to keep everybody motivated, but please go to the YouTube channel. I'm really impressed. We have all the lessons. Kristen, make sure that they get up there. So okay, we're gonna sign off now, but please go there. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. And everybody,
All right.
thank you for listening to me a lot. And I'll talk to Kristen and we'll see.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Yep.